My first day back in the White House, I'll terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration, stop the invasion on our southern border, and begin the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. Together, we will deliver low taxes, low regulations, low energy costs, low interest rates, low inflation, so that everyone can afford groceries, a car, and a home.
Welcome back, Geo-Politrickers. Buckle up, because today we are diving into the seismic shifts happening in Washington under Trump's second term. With a roster of appointments that's already sending shockwaves across the world, Trump's new administration is shaping up to be an unapologetically bold, pro-India, anti-China, anti-Pakistan, and fiercely anti-radical Islam powerhouse. Get ready for a game-changing ride that could not only reshape the US, but change the global balance of power for good. First up, let's talk about Susie Wiles. Trump has just made history by appointing her as the first female chief of staff, shattering glass ceilings in a way that defies the critics. To those who have called him a misogynist, Trump has just slammed the door shut on that narrative. Wiles isn't just a figurehead, she's a strategic powerhouse, known for her razor-sharp political acumen. This isn't about tokenism, this is about loyalty, competence, and making sure Trump's bold vision for America gets done. With Wiles at the helm, Trump's White House is set to be a well-oiled machine that puts national security, strategic alliances, and crushing global threats at the forefront. But Wiles is just the tip of the iceberg. Trump's second term isn't about maintaining the status quo, it's about shaking the very foundations of the American political machine. His cabinet choices are proof of that. Forget career politicians. This team is a mix of fiercely loyal allies, bold disruptors, and controversial figures who aren't afraid to challenge Washington's entrenched bureaucracy. And then there's Kristi Noem, South Dakota's staunchly conservative governor, now taking the reins of the Department of Homeland Security. Noem isn't just a border hawk, she's a force of nature. With Trump backing her, we are looking at a full-on crackdown on immigration. No more caving to political correctness or globalist pressures. Mass deportations, check. Securing the border with military-grade precision, absolutely. And let's not forget, Noem's leadership is a direct threat to countries like Pakistan that have long used porous borders as a breeding ground for terrorism. The days of America sitting on the sidelines while radical Islamic groups wreak havoc are over. Then we have Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, who will be taking bold steps to overhaul the US government with their new initiative, the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, under President Trump's administration, tasked with slashing government spending, targeting unnecessary regulations, and restructuring federal agencies. DOGE is a revolutionary move towards smaller government and fiscal responsibility. Both Musk, a relentless advocate for innovation and cost-cutting, and Ramaswamy, a sharp critic of government waste, bring a unique outsider perspective to the table. With a goal to drive deep reforms, including potential layoffs and drastic budget cuts, this commission aims to reshape how the US government operates, challenging the status quo in a way that could resonate across both political parties. Their call for high IQ revolutionaries to join them in this mission underscores the gravity and ambition of their efforts, marking a pivotal moment in America's push toward efficiency and fiscal reform. And speaking of security, it doesn't stop at the border. Former ICE Director Tom Homan is back in action, joining forces with Noem to take the immigration war to a new level. Homan's no-nonsense approach to border enforcement has been one of the Trump administration's strongest assets. And now, with the full backing of Trump 2.0, we are poised to take the gloves off when it comes to keeping America safe from foreign threats. This isn't just about securing the border, it's about sending a clear message to our adversaries, whether it's radical Islamic extremists or hostile nation states, that the US is done playing defense. Now, let's talk about the global stage, because this is where things get really interesting. Marco Rubio, the new Secretary of State, is a hard-hitting China hawk who will not tolerate Beijing's aggression. With Rubio in charge, Trump's administration will ramp up its pressure on China. both economically and diplomatically, pushing back on China's expanding influence across the globe, particularly in the Indo-Pacific. China's economic stranglehold and territorial expansion are no longer going unchecked. And with India's rise as a regional powerhouse, this is where the real magic happens. India is elated by these appointments. Under Trump's second term, Modi and India can now act without fear of the US deep state getting in the way. India is going to be unleashed. Trump's America will no longer tie India's hands behind its back when it comes to confronting China, Pakistan, or even Bangladesh. Imagine a world where India takes bolder military and diplomatic actions against Pakistan's terror cells and China's aggression in the Himalayas, all while Trump has their back. With no deep state roadblocks, India can now push forward with surgical strikes, assertive diplomacy, and bold maneuvers that send shockwaves across the region. And as for Pakistan, under Trump, their days of getting a free pass are over. Trump's administration will stand firm with India, supporting decisive action against Pakistani terror networks. The message is clear. The US is done coddling rogue regimes that sponsor terrorism. The Trump-Noem Ratcliffe team is poised to take on the global terror threat head-on, and Pakistan is squarely in the crosshairs. Radical Islamic terrorism? Watch out, because this administration isn't going to let it slide. Now, on the intelligence front, John Ratcliffe is stepping in as CIA director. If you thought the intelligence community was about to get soft, think again. Ratcliffe has been vocal about his anti-China stance and will be laser-focused on rooting out foreign threats. His presence at the CIA signals a full-on war against Islamic extremism, foreign influence, and intelligence leaks. Anyone who's trying to undermine Trump's vision will have nowhere to hide. But that's not all. Tulsi Gabbard, the former Democrat turned Director of National Intelligence, is about to turn up the heat on international threats. Whether it's in the Middle East or Eastern Europe, she's got the experience to take on rogue states and radical ideologies. Pete Hegseth, the new Secretary of Defense, is ready to refocus the military on traditional values and strength, preparing America for action without worrying about woke politics. The message is simple. This administration is all about power, strength, and the defense of American values. And let's not forget, this is a Trump administration, a presidency built on loyalty, disruption, and a willingness to break from Washington norms. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at Health and Human Services, Doug Burgum supercharging America's energy production, and Matt Gaetz shaking up the Justice Department are just the beginning. This is a team of warriors, not politicians. So, what does this all mean for the world? While critics cry chaos, those in the know see a powerful shift. Trump's America rising strong, standing up to China, empowering India, and crushing radical Islamic terror. The global order is about to change. What's your take, people? Is this the bold new era we've been waiting for, or is it too much too fast? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is just the beginning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Stay informed, stay sharp, and stay curious.